How can ADA get faster? Don't get me wrong, it's pretty fast, but I'm talking about 10 seconds to complete a transaction type speed, near instant. What would it take? Well, transactions are settled in that kind of time, but they don't reach full finality for about 15 blocks, give or take, depending on the parameterization, your trust thresholds. So it's a topic we've looked at. Ledger combiners is a paper that we wrote, and there are plenty of ways. There's a relationship between throughput and finality. So throughput, generally speaking, when you want to increase it, you, in these types of models, usually increase latency to finality. In other words, what happens is you get more performance, but the expense is it takes longer for things to fully settle. The holy grail in consensus design is that you can do a throughput increase, but a finality increase at the same time. So they're one and one, which is why people are trying to layer BFT protocols or clever things with things like Ouroboros or a conventional Nakamoto style proof of work, because BFT does have that fast finality in that respect. So we've been looking at it, and it's something that I think in 2023 is going to get solved on paper. There's already a great degree of work, and where that's really important is for sidechain communication. So the sidechains have BFT protocols, so it's fast from sidechain to main chain, but going from main chain to sidechain, there's going to be a bit of latency unless you want to introduce some trust. If you have instant finality, like the BFT protocols do on the sidechains, then you'd have it on both sides. So it can be done. It's something that's being thought about, but you have to understand that there's trade-offs: decentralization, finality time, throughput of the protocol, and also the assumptions that go into the network model are all interconnected with each other, and they're a very delicate web. And when you pull one of them, then sometimes it pulls some this way. So certain things you would do to increase finality may require you to go less asynchronous on the network and become more synchronous. And that's normally okay, but what you're really saying is people making the blocks have to coordinate. That's not the Bitcoin assumption. That's just an example. Or if you want to increase throughput, you can do things asymmetry, asynchronously. Okay, so they're done in different places, but then you have to wire them back together, and there has to be a reconciliation step for that wiring, and that generally reduces your finality. You see, so there's a lot of delicacy there in these types of things.